Hey, check this out. This is like the first time I shaved really in like 2 months. Do you think I look like a sex symbol? Talk about a smooth face. Hold on, let me get it right. Talk about baby face. And the ladies never see us, do they? Unfortunately, they don't. But one lady does. I know that for dang sure. Looks just like me. Most definitely. Tomorrow's gonna be a great day for cleaning. Got everything all set. Probably gonna be at it about 15 hours tomorrow. Make this place spick and span, cause I'm a clean freak. I am. But dang, got the paper towels ready to go. Got the toothbrush, cause that's how I clean my furniture all. With a toothbrush also. Got to run things through the dishwasher. Let me go ahead and close this up. Loaded down, ready to go. Am I done? Not even close. Not even really getting started either. I have to clean before I can clean. I vacuum everything. No matter what it is, I vacuum it first before I clean it perfectly, spotlessly. You know, send the glass stuff through the dishwasher, all that kind of thing. Clean everything with glass cleaner. Gotta be careful with it. Whatever it is. Clean the frames. Clean the glass, the plexiglass, all that kind of stuff. But dang, what a mess indeed. You talk about an entire weekend, about 10 hours each day to clean the entire DaVinci pad. Looking. What a mess indeed. And I told you I was a clean freak. I am. I'm a neat freak. But you probably don't think that, do you? From what you're looking at. Because the one thing that, is the deciding factor is time. That's it. Of course I'm a clean freak. Just because I clean later doesn't mean I'm not. But the soul is screaming. It is. That every 3 to 6 months, I got to do a massive cleaning. And I'm not talking about a clean out. I'm talking about a cleaning. Mildew on everything. Oops, what the heck? Gotta get another one. Stripped. Another thing to work on today, I guess. Dang, don't tell me that Joker broke off inside that thing. Let's go ahead and take a tour of the place to see how dirty it really is. What a mess. It's almost like the lines of the cube creating itself within my place. What a disaster. Look at that. Dust bunnies and mildew all over the place because I keep the windows open all the time. Almost year round because it's almost like I'm living in the olden days, long time ago. What I'm used to. And it's almost as if I'm inviting nature to come in and do its thing and be in harmony or something like that to show that I care in a different way. Dang. I'm not going to say it's a flaw. I'm not going to say it's a disease or anything like that. I'm a neat freak. I'm a clean freak. I know it doesn't seem like I am. But as long as I clean, that's all that matters. But I am a neat freak. Organizational freak. Everything is clean at a different scale, but it's dirty at another one. It's a beautiful thing about life in a different way. It could be ugly and disastrous and beautiful at the same time. You just have to zoom in and see it, zoom it out to see it. What do I get myself into? I know I don't have time to clean. I don't. I got so much going on in my life. But this, on the other hand, is ridiculous. Why do I wait, procrastinate like this? Last time I cleaned was probably back in March. And it took me an entire weekend. And so it shall again today and tomorrow. It's one thing about cleaning though. I love it. I do. I absolutely love cleaning. But I'm a perfectionist. And once I get going, I can't be stopped. And I have a dilemma on my hands at the moment. I gotta go to Stone Mountain and do another sunset time lapse. I do. And the sun's gonna be setting in about 3 hours. And it's barely 1 o'clock. So I have to get up there and do my thing. So it seems like I'm wasting my time just looking around, trying to figure out if I'm going to have enough time to clean or not. But I can't start on the art. I can't do all that stuff. I can't do anything unless I clean first. But I have to vacuum it all first before I polish it. Send things through the dishwasher. But that's one thing about cleaning that I understood from my days of doing this stuff. One thing I always understood, the way it makes me feel in a different way. It's almost like it doesn't matter what you do when it comes to cleaning. It's like you end up at square zero. The midpoint. Back to zero. It's almost like paying a medical bill or something like that. You have a lot of money, whatever, and you pay that bill, and you bring the balance back down to zero. You never see it. So it's almost like you wasted money, but you didn't. But you did. That's kind of like cleaning. It's kind of like when you buy drugs and stuff like that, which I don't do. I just get the alcohol, that kind of thing. But it's almost like a drug addict. When you buy drugs, you waste a lot of money, spend a lot of time and effort to get something that you consume. And you never see it, but you only feel it. But you never see it. It's non-existent after a certain amount of time. Just like cleaning. I'm going to go through all this, and I'm just going to step back and look around and be like, it's still the same. It's still the same, only cleaner. But you have to zoom in just to see how clean it is. But it is clean. But it's not clean. My dilemmas of life, of course. Especially with the spider webs and all. What a mess. How do I let this happen every single time? Well, I have a soft heart for nature. I do. It is my fault that I allow them to come in. It is my fault, but I can't bring myself to kill them. I can't. It's almost like I'm just saying my home is your home. And it's like that everywhere I go. If the birds want to come in and chill, they can come in and chill. The squirrel wants to eat, the squirrel can come in and eat. I'm not going to kill them, I'm not going to hurt them, harm them. They have a life too, and it's a lot shorter than ours. But dang, is this ridiculous? Talk about ridiculous. It's almost like every single corner. No wonder I'm single. I would be the worst housekeeper. In a backwards way. Because I have to clean before I can clean. What's behind here? Yeah, but that's one of my dilemmas when it comes to inviting nature in. By using my free will. And allowing it. Yeah. Just like the mildew. Just like in my uncle's place. Same situation. Always had the windows open. But it was like the perfect combination for nature to thrive. All forms of nature. Mold, mildew, all that kind of stuff. Moisture? Same situation here. No wonder I feel unwell half the time. Even in the drawers. Dang it. Definitely got a lot of cleaning to do. Gotta dig deeper. Just to clean. What a mess. But that's the way it is with me. I'm a perfectionist when it comes to cleaning in a different way. But I have to allow them time. Let me go ahead and start on this thing. Keep on going, that is. It might take forever. Crazy A. But I gotta make time for the mountain. Clock is ticking today. Don't know what it's gonna be like. Today's gonna be probably the last clear day on the weekend for November. And I see some white in the horizon. Let's hope it doesn't block out the sun. Beautiful day though. Trying to lay off going out, but I can't do the art until I clean first. It's almost like the parents are giving me chores to do before I can do what I enjoy. But what if I enjoy everything? Then what? You know what, I just had a thought. How about a before and after picture? Before I clean and after I clean. How about that? Maybe a before and after video. Good thinking. Well, this is what it looks like before. Can't wait to see the finished product. What it's going to look like after. All right. Who's ready to get down to business? Got the cleaning supplies. Got 6 rolls of paper towels. I bet I blow through all those today. I'm going to be at this thing all day long. Well, I still have to make time for the gym though. Got to go there for at least an hour and a half. Sure enough. Got the scrub brush, glass cleaner. I clean everything with glass cleaner before I polish it up. Yeah, you're going to ask, but Da Vinci, what's the brush for, man? Come on now. Well, to get into the nooks and crannies of the drawers. On the edges. Yeah, where the pollen likes to accumulate, like in the corners, on the faces. Yeah, and along the baseboards of the pieces of furniture, that kind of thing. You see, but if you didn't leave your windows open from March until November, you wouldn't have to be doing that thing. Well, I guess it helps me love cleaning, to do it right, as a challenge, to see how well I can do it. Yep. You already know how I clean. If you've ever had squirrels use the bathroom on your freaking model buildings, holla. No wonder I'm single. You know what? I was just thinking about something. I bet the neighbors who are hearing me clean think I might have the dirtiest place you could ever imagine. Not exactly. What do you expect from a perfectionist? Dang, look at that. Yeah, you also think I have a whole bunch hidden in these boxes and stuff like that. Not a dang thing. These things are more empty than you could imagine. Nothing at all in any box I've ever collected. No matter if it's a treasure chest, it's always outside the box. Maybe I should think about something and start loading these things down for real. Act like a normal human being, that is. Because that's what humans do. They put things in boxes. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a top to my 1746 Bible. She has definitely seen better days. For real though. Had this thing wrapped up in plastic one time. For like 4 years. 1650 Bible. Thing's been around for a while. It's almost like I need to have my gloves on. I don't think I've gone through every single page. I've just gone through it a couple of times. That's it. Thing's almost 400 years old. But why am I so humble about it? Weird. Yeah, a couple of times when I went through this, I was just looking for, smashed bugs, human hairs that date from like 1695 or something like that. Not really a rare item. Multiple languages, go figure. All combined in one single document. Gotta take a deeper look at this one later. I don't know if I'll do it on camera or not. Have to be very careful with it though. Seems like everything keeps breaking off like a puzzle piece every single time I touch it. Let me go ahead and keep cleaning. Definitely not going to be cleaning this thing. Can't believe it took almost 4.5 hours just to clean one single room. Good enough, but what do you expect when you don't clean? But about every 6 to 8 months. Looks the same to me, only more shiny. Heck yeah. Gotta run a couple more loads in the dishwasher. Vacuum up. Put things back. On to the next room. Dang, it'll be dark in like an hour. You know, I didn't realize how much this really sucked until now. I'm starving. I just left the gym after being there for like an hour and 53 minutes. But it's almost like I'm not allowed to eat anything until I keep cleaning. Well, I vacuumed up some of the cobwebs off this thing right here, all the way in the corner, all that kind of stuff. All over. It's almost like they're not going to let me eat until I finish the dang chores. This is ridiculous. But then they're not allowing me to take out the little ones. Well, you're looking at probably about 10 minutes per each piece. Dang, got my hands full on this thing. I'm looking at the cobwebs I gotta take out, but let the life live. It's like a game. It's like the Battle of Anghiari all over again. Man, dang. Especially with this one, someone decided to go ahead and inhabit the space. And they know I gotta clean it. Don't tell me it's going to be another 11 o'clock dinner. And it's barely 7:15. I guess I need to keep on going. But I'm starving. No dinner until I'm done? Are you kidding? What kind of game is this? One little piece of furniture I've held on to for so long, probably from the 1930s, 1920s, what they call corkscrew. It was a gift from a family member. Gotta hang on to this as long as I can. Beautiful object. Cool for display, everything. Yeah, look at that thing. Almost 100 years old on this. Not really that old, but hey, look, it's got triangles on it though. I know you're laughing. You're saying, but where are the triangles? Underneath it. Quite the design. Thank them always for the gift. Even now that they've been gone since 2011. Told them I would take good care of it. And you think everything's expensive. Heck no. Probably one of the better pieces of my collection. Love this thing. But you never saw the flaws. You don't see why it only costs like $39. Yeah, Tuesday morning back in like 2002, 2001. What's the flaw? What's the flaw, Lisa? But it's not a flaw. In the painting, that is. Never a flaw. You're perfect. But there's a reason why they made me collect this object. I knew it from the very beginning. and no one ever noticed. It's skewed. Not even straight. It was the first thing I noticed when I picked this thing up off the shelf. Not even straight. Wonder why. It's a balancing act. It took me about 7 minutes to try to make sure I can find the equilibrium. To make sure it doesn't fall over. You guys see? You're crazy, man. Come on. Well, part of the game, I guess. Impossible. Impossible. It's supposed to be clear tonight. Not a drop. Wonder what changed in the forecast. Thanks for the rain. Keep it coming. How should I put this? I just had the worst case of the hiccups I think that I've ever had in my life. Couldn't get rid of them. I tried everything. You know, doing the normal routine kind of stuff, you know, drinking the water upside down, holding your breath for like 35 seconds, still didn't work. But then I tried something different. I did. As I laid down on the floor, because I couldn't take it anymore. 49 minutes, and I gave up 3 different times. Couldn't get rid of the hiccups. Until I tried something. So what did I try to get rid of the hiccups? Of course I'm still sitting here cleaning. 3 nights later, here we are on Wednesday night before Thanksgiving. Gotta finish cleaning so I can start on other things. You can hear the dishwasher running, but you don't care about that at the moment. You just want to know, how did I get rid of the hiccups after going through that disaster for the last 45 minutes? What caused it in the first place? I just started laughing about something I thought about. Then I got the hiccups. Oh, dang. But how did I get rid of them? Well, strange story, but I know you're going to hear it. I know you are. The only thing that allowed me to get rid of the hiccups this go around was imagining myself as Zach Greinke throwing an ephus pitch for a perfect strike right down the middle. Guys are crazy. After all I tried to get rid of them things, I had to focus on something so perfect. Oh, dang. The heck do I do to myself? Let me go ahead and get back to cleaning. Thanks, Zach Greinke, for that one. I knew that flawless ephus pitch was going to be good for something. Dang, talk about Da Vinci style. Why would you do such a thing as this? Don't ever throw away flowers. Let me go ahead and recover these things. So sad. Can't believe somebody would do such a thing. Why would they throw away flowers? You know, I normally don't go to the dumpster this time of night on a weeknight, on a Wednesday night. Normally don't do it. But I had to take out the garbage because I had a different desire. Yeah, I know. I'm something else. Yeah. But then I just decided to take the garbage out. But maybe there was something else in play. A different kind of game. Something that needed to be recovered. I'll find a container to put it in. Gotta find the right one to stick next to the window. Looks like we might have found it. Sent it through the dishwasher last night. Goes up on the shelf. Perfect fit. Like I always say, let me go ahead and do that thing right. Let's celebrate this recovery for the evening. Someone trashed them. We were put in the right spot at the right time. Doing the right motions. Due to a different kind of desire. Yeah. To take out the garbage. But by no means is this garbage. Not at all. Let's go ahead and protect these things for a long time. Give them a chance at life. To make things more beautiful, that is. It's weird. Again, like it always is. It's almost as if I can't put the flowers where they belong to get ready for tomorrow's sun. The sunlight that comes through here. until I clean off the shelves. What do you think I've been doing for the past 9 minutes? Taking off the rest of everything else. Just so I can clean the shelves. And put the flowers where they belong, rightfully. What the heck do I get myself into? I'm starving at the moment. Talk about change. And a perfect fit. It's going to be just like that until probably February, March, until springtime. I had to reposition the shelf as perfectly as possible. Perfect fit. Now I'm definitely going to have to take into consideration the weight of other items. Talk about balance. Things definitely happen for a reason. If it wasn't for this one wall, the one awkward angle, awkward position of the window, that one single spot on how the shelves are shifted. And you know I'm a perfectionist. You know I am. Which means what? The other side's got to be shifted equally. As that side. Even though there's enough room on this side. To move it over. Wonder what's coming next. Look at me, clean freak. I'll tell you one thing though, cleaning for 6 days in the late fall, early winter kind of beats cleaning every single weekend for an entire year. Ain't that the truth? But I was thinking about something. I was. Here we are, Thanksgiving Day, just left the family member's house after chilling, eating a great Thanksgiving dinner. Lunch, whatever it was, starting at noon, all the way through about 7 o'clock. But I was thinking about something. We discussed a very important topic, something I haven't done since about 2012, 9 years to be exact. And what's that? Rarely even open the closet. Should I decorate for Christmas? I promised myself that I would, and I've been here for 2 years exactly. Starting today, I would have been here for 2 years. I haven't even decorated once. Couldn't do it the first year because it was such short notice. But half the containers that are stored in my place, my Da Vinci pad, are filled with what? Christmas decorations. Could never give them up. Never donate them. Keep coming back. Heck. Practically this entire closet is nothing but Christmas decorations. Yeah, more than 20 years old. They even have some family heirlooms. Wonder what's going to happen if I pile a few of those on the tree. Gotta find them first. I don't know if I have the space. I have no idea. Dang it, this cushion's upside down. The zipper's showing. It's weird though. I still have 3 big items right here. I gotta figure out how to put them on the shelf, fit them back. Talk about manipulation and change. No room to put them. It's weird how you can take things apart, but you can't fit them back on there. It almost seems like there's a shelf missing, which technically there is. But it's right there. It's the same amount of square footage as last time. But there's no room to put what used to exist up here before. How? All I did was just move a shelf up. That's all I did. No room at all. But you're going to say, hey, Da Vinci, maybe things were closer together. Well, you might have a point. But they're still close. Let me think about doing something else for a moment. There's got to be a solution to this. Still can't figure it out. Don't know what I missed. But I think it's already been figured out. A different kind of scene of forward or something like that. A different kind of lesson. Different kind of balance. Weird. All I did was just move up a shelf, which still should have given us the same amount of square footage. of glass shelving. But two perfectly matching pots, glass vases, can't fit where they once fit. And they were on the top shelf. Right here. Oh no. Maybe they want me to change something up. And this is what I came up with, what I thought about. That looks a little bit off scale. Needs something more monumental to go right there to fill up the space, the void. It's almost as if when I do something like this, I'm not really in charge of what's going on. It's almost as if something else or someone else out there knows what's up. They want it the way they want to desire it, what they desire. Don't ask me why I collect ashtrays. To me, it's not an ashtray. It's a crystal bowl. Different kind of treasure. Without the butts. Yeah. Don't know what it is about the ashtrays, though. Here you go, right here. Never thought about this before. I always get things in twos most of the time. Even when I'm grocery shopping, I get things in twos to even out everything, equalize everything. Carry it like a football. I'm thinking. That looks pretty tight to me. Something about the blue, though. Definitely goes great with that wood, though. It does. That one's crooked. It's not equal. There we go. Now it's almost as if the balance is off. But how so? It's too close to that. But I've always had them like that. It's almost like it, man, come on now. I cannot spend an entire Friday, a day off work because of the holiday, Thanksgiving, trying to figure out where the balance was thrown off. Started with the flowers. Which in turn changes something else. Which changes something else. But then if I replace these with something else to set on the pedestals, where am I going to put those? Not even set. But everything is at a specific balance. Most definitely. And I know that for a fact. I always knew it. Even at every angle, you see some kind of balance within the image. At all perspectives, I guess. And the balance seems off. off on the corner. Everything's got to match up with the cube. Try to create it within the place. Every angle, every line has got to be on point. And it's off. Not quite there. Dang it. It's even crooked. Every millimeter counts. In my book, that is. Bam. Got it. Well, it's still off. Dang it. It's supposed to match up with this line perfectly. Within the center of the table. In the center of the box. Have got to line up with the crease between the cushions. And match up to the center point of the painting. Maybe one little last turn. A different kind of feng shui. Guided by the cube, of course. Yeah, my interior design is tight. My design skills. Where I intended. Let's go ahead and check the other angles, shall we? If you knew what I meant. I'm looking. The leg matches up with the side of the couch, the arm, which lines up with the corner of the table, which lines up with the edge of the wall of the corner. Which lines up with the center of the mirror. What a boring video. That leg lines up with that leg. Which lines up with another point. Right in the middle. At the joint. Don't ask me how I come up with this stuff. all the time. It's just the way I've always lived. Everything's got to exist in harmony with one another. Even if they're apart, they got to be combined. They got to be in touch with one another, guided by lines of communication and existence. Now I gotta figure out where to put these two things right here. And this one's chipped. I've had this thing for about 20 years. Never mind. It's gotta be the neighbors talking. I keep hearing things over here. Sounds like a woman's voice or something like that. Gotta figure out where to put it though. Beautiful. Quite the collection. There's always a balance within my collection. Always. Kind of reminds me of that time. Down at the old house. My grandpa's house. There's always a balance within something that had to do with our lives when we were kids. And it was what I call the treasure chest. The treasure chest. The shed. On the back side of the lot. Behind the house, where he stored all of our toys. And once a week, we were allowed to go into the shed to get out one single toy, but we had to put something back to replace it. Quite the game indeed. A child's game like no other. Something that no other kid out there had to deal with except for us. It seems. I bet my sister remembers that. It used to make me cry. Because I always wanted to go through the treasure shed and look for a toy to bring out. But I had to bring another one in there. Weird how my grandpa made us do that though. But it carries on until today. It does. With the balance of all this stuff, I've had this stuff for the same amount of time, it seems. But the collection kept growing due to the gifts that were handed off over time. You think I was able to afford all this? No. A lot of this stuff was gifts. But what is a 17-year-old going to do with something like that? Don't ask. Yeah. What's a young, sexy 24-year-old guy going to do with something like that? Got to replace the balance somehow. But everything that I've ever owned has been displayed. Rightfully so. Nothing is in storage. Nothing is hidden in a box. It's all out in the open. Treasure is all out in the open. Nothing's hidden in a box. But everything is a gift. I'm looking. Also playing like I always do. Beautiful. I just spent 15 minutes going through my entire DaVinci studio. DaVinci pad, whatever you call this place. Trying to find a spot for the crystal bowl. Maybe I need to listen to the crystal method to get some kind of idea, but maybe I'll just shift it to the left. This trash right here. Yeah. Well, shift it a couple of feet and replace it. Well, that kind of evens it out. But what am I going to do if I get a 43-inch flat screen right here? It's designed to go perfectly in that spot. That's kind of my fault. I designed this entire location right here based off of desire to get a flat screen to fit directly in that spot. Weird. It's almost as if the TV is right there in the reflection. Da Vinci's world. Scary as it may seem. Watched this thing twice in about a year and a half. Both sporting events, some random football game. Yeah. Last time, about a year ago. And then, of course, the World Series. Game 6. Well, almost done cleaning. It took 6 days, but not an entire full 6 days. Last thing that needs to be cleaned is something that takes forever. Never clean these things. Never will. Can't do it. If anything, they need to be repaired. Some of them, that is. Boy, do I ever miss doing this right here. But each one of these took at least a week and a half to create. Some even longer. Solid mirrors right here. Weighs about 17 pounds. This right here was the first one I did back in 2007. Even had to break out the marker, the Sharpie, to draw in the mullions in the glass. Can't believe this thing has lasted 13 years. It's been through some times for real though. And it even spent 6 years in storage, in a box. Used to have a light inside this one to light it up. It needs a base though. That one doesn't have a base like these do. But how did I create all this? By using my imagination, of course. Construction materials, that kind of stuff. Things that weren't normal. But why did I do this? I know it's my love for architecture and art. I even sold a few of mine on eBay. Should have kept them things. But I needed money. Needed money. But my mom said it right when she said, you actually sold one of those things on eBay for only about $150. At least one of those I wish I had back. 'Cause it was one of the best ones I ever created. But now my plate is so full when it comes to the hobbies and stuff. It's almost like I don't have the time to do this anymore, but I have to make time. Who knows what I can create later on if I chose to take the time. Yeah, but these were just like my fake proposals for the city of Atlanta. Office buildings, condo buildings, 40 floors or more. Nothing less than 40 floors. Making sure they stand out in the skyline. Cool though. What would it be like if I had one in here that stood as high as the birds to buy? But there's something about those buildings though. Something about those buildings. Dang, check this out. Beautiful, look at that. The art of cleaning, I guess, right? Something about the glass I've always loved. The reflection, the depth of it. The angles. Letting the light play with it. Whatever you put on it. Mostly it's liquid. I gotta run some more experiments. Look at that, it looks like stars right there. Dang. You can make fun of me all you want. Gotta do it again if I have the time. Just take a bunch of glass and play around with it. Stack it up. Pour liquid inside of each layer. And let the light play with it. That's something else right there, though. Absolutely incredible. Art in everything. Even with the depth of space itself. Like reflection, like I told you before. If you see something in reflection, it exists. Even at a different angle. It's floating. It's embedded on the wall. My mind is crazy. For real, though. I used to be into this a long time ago. Maybe I need to get back into it. Just go out and get some glass. Play with some food coloring. Try to create a different kind of painting. See what develops on the other side. How much am I going to have to clean the other side? Don't feel like lifting glass at this hour. Gotta save the energy for the gym. Dang, look at that. Modern. Modern reflection. Dang it. It's in the way. Sorry about my videos though. In a way, deep down inside, I think they're just meant for me to keep going. But if I don't share the videos, if I don't keep doing, I don't know what's going to happen. Really though. But I don't know what's going to happen when I do start sharing the videos. It's like I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. If only people understood, even like my ex-girlfriend. If only she understood. When I broke it off back in 2013. It's my fault. It's the worst thing I ever did in a very long time. And I still love her. But it was the worst thing I ever did. Because I don't do that kind of thing. I was just being called to do something. To continue forward. Even before I knew it. Way before I started shooting videos, I knew something was happening. The things that I was doing. With the art. The paintings. The training. Everything. It's almost as if I knew something was happening. And I told her I had to go. I did it in the worst way, though. I did. I just vanished from her life. She was taking a road trip to go see her. Dang it. You're going to kick me for this one. Well, she took a road trip to go see her very elderly parents. Far away. And that was the window that I had. A single window of a few hours. To pack everything up and just go. But I had no reason to leave her life, though. I didn't. But there was a much bigger reason. A big purpose. That I couldn't involve anybody else with. And I never told her that. Yeah. You know, she called crying, that kind of thing. Felt bad. But I had something that I had to get out of my soul. My mind. Lord knows what life would be like if I stayed. If I didn't take those 6 hours to get everything out of the house and just vanish in thin air. I'm very good at that, by the way. Gotta make some phone calls to some friends to explain myself once again. Yeah, but that day, what would life be like if I didn't do it? The worst thing I could possibly do is leave somebody. But I told her it wasn't her fault. I said it was me, and her mother knew that. When I'd just go venture off into heaven, always exploring in the woods, and they would just have to go out looking for me, and find me, standing out there, just looking around. And her mother knew that. She even told her. Her mother told her that there was something about me. But not something bad. Yeah, I still love him. I do. She was even there when she saw a few of these things being created. Some of them broke. And even that painting right there, that painting, that thing that resembles something I got to talk about later, was created in our basement. In less than a few hours. Yeah, but her mother, the last Christmas she was alive, got me something very special. And you're looking at it. The blanket I still sleep on. Will never give it away. But right when I saw her for the last time, not her mother, but when I saw my ex-girlfriend, one of the very few times I saw her last, when I came back to get two things. All the art supplies, a couple of large boxes, crates, in the basement, full of my art supplies and stuff. Last thing I came to get. And we were talking. And I told her that there was something about me that she'll never understand. And there was something I had to do. And I told her that. I said that there was something about me that you'll never understand. I just got to keep on going. Something's happening in my life that I have to follow. And of course she didn't understand. She probably thought I was going to tell her I was gay or something. When I said I had to tell her something that she'll never understand. Wonder where she is today. Yeah, probably in sunny Florida, where they moved. Can't believe the decision I made, or that I made, would result in such a transition of life. She had to get the heck out, move to Florida. She said she couldn't take it anymore. She had to move to another state just to get away. Take the kids. Take the 5 dogs. Had to move away. But that's my bad, though. Huh. Never ever do that again. Why do you think I'm still single? Because I had to keep going. No other hot lady out there would ever believe what I get myself into and the things I do. Not just hot ladies. No other human being will. Thing is, I have to stay focused. As focused as possible. Imagine if I had all the free time. If I didn't have a job. If I had a lot of money to live off of. And just keep going. Maybe the process will be quicker. Finally, cleaning's all done with. Took about 6 days. Just a little bit of time here and there. After work. The majority was done last weekend. Taking advantage of the cool season. Yeah. But taking 6 days in the late fall, early winter is a heck of a lot better than every single weekend for an entire year. Yeah. Or whatever you consider cleaning, that is. Who's ready for a before and after? A before and after picture. Or whatever it is, video. Still looks exactly the same. Except just shinier. And cleaner. But it was clean before then. Anyway, just a few changes, that's all. A couple of things altered. But the base foundation of it all was what? Finding the flowers. Which changed everything. Considerably. Now that I'm done with cleaning, you know what that means. Time to make art. Things I enjoy. Let me go ahead and start on that thing. It's going to take a while to get rolling again.